Greetings, true believers, it's Jake here, and in case you didn't know, the world of Marvel games has many unique entries, each with their own collection of secrets and Easter eggs. In fact, many of these games are so massive that a majority of their secrets have been missed by several players, and that's exactly what we're here to resolve today. In this video, we're exploring the first game in the Marvel Ultimate Alliance series, which is still one of my favorite games to this day. With that said, sit back and relax as we dive in to 5 secrets of Marvel in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Here we go. Starting off, we're heading to the Omega base. Before heading to this location to save Dum Dum Dugan, if you talk to Hank Pym, he'll ask you to retrieve an item of his from the base called the Cybernetic Helmet. Well, after an encounter with Bruce Banner in one of the Omega base labs, you'll find said helmet sitting on a table. Upon closer inspection of the helmet, you'll notice that it is in fact the helmet of none other than AntMan, one of Hank Pym's superhero aliases. Pym's career as AntMan is actually teased further in this dialogue with Iron Man.
Hi, Tony. Sounds like you guys had some fun in the Shi'ar Empire.
Hello, Hank. One of these missions, you should come with us.
Now this could just be Tony being Tony, but considering Pym's role as Yellow Jacket in the second game, I don't think it's too far-fetched. Next on our list, we're actually going to be looking at some cut content. Marvel Ultimate Alliance has 33 playable characters in total, at least if you're playing with the 8 DLC characters, who are listed on screen. However, did you know that there were actually multiple playable characters cut from the game that were not only from Marvel, but also from Nintendo? That's right, Nintendo. Link and Samus from Legend of Zelda and Metroid respectively were actually intended to be bonus characters for the Wii version of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Activision even went as far as getting the characters up and running in the game itself. However, Nintendo wasn't very thrilled about this, as when Activision showed the demo, they were playing it on the PlayStation 2, which was a competing hardware. Nintendo then proceeded to immediately ban the inclusion of these two characters, which is a real shame. Nowadays, guest characters in superhero games isn't exactly a new concept, but back in the early to mid 2000s, this was a pretty huge deal. For our third entry of the day, this is a quick one. We're going to be looking at the alternate costumes available for our army of characters. There are many costumes that are a nod to the character's origins, such as Captain America's World War II suit and Daredevil's original red and yellow suit. Well, if you take a look at the alternate costumes for Blade and look at the suit labeled Night Stalker, you may notice how this suit is almost identical to Blade's look in Spider-Man the Animated Series from the 1990s. This is one of my personal favorite looks for Blade and definitely hits all of the nostalgia buttons that come with it. Nearing the end at number 4, we're heading up to the Asgardian paradise of Valhalla. If you proceed into the Warriors' Hall and head to the back near Odin's throne, you'll come across Valkyrie, who's particularly taken aback by Weasel's interest toward her. Well, if you talk to Valkyrie with Deadpool, the following rather humorous conversation will take place.
Why does that pasty-faced human stare at me with such great intensity?
That's just Weasel's way of saying hello. And it's why he hasn't been on a date since his cousin had to take him to his high school prom.
I know you. You are Deadpool, the human that Death found so intriguing.
Death? Oh yeah, she was a heck of a fine girl. But things just didn't work out between us. She was a little too clingy.
If Death found you attractive, perhaps you are worthy of my attentions, Deadpool.
You? And me? Well, I kind of have a policy against dating anyone who could strike me dead.
So you have a sense of humor. Good. I like that in a man.
Now those of you who are comic readers may recognize the name Lady Death that was mentioned in this conversation. Lady Death, of course, is a cosmic entity that is the personification of death itself. She's also a victim of infatuation from the Mad Titan Thanos, who's also name-dropped in this game towards the end. What some of you may not have known is that since Lady Death had an interest in Deadpool, which made Thanos extremely jealous, it was the Mad Titan himself who actually cursed Deadpool with his immortality. Though considering how much Deadpool is known for running that mouth of his, maybe Thanos didn't think this through all the way. And for our last secret of the day, this one is really cool. If you head into the Iron Man lab in Stark Tower, you'll notice several Iron Man suits up on display, a number of which are actually available armors for Iron Man to wear in the game, such as his new Avenger armor that he comes with at base, or his Ultimate armor which has a bit more gray to it. However, if you head down to the control panels where Tony Stark would normally hang out, if you don't have Iron Man in your party that is, you'll notice another armor up on display that isn't available for you to use in this game, but still has a lot of design put into it. Now some of you may be thinking, what's the point of having this armor in the lab if it's not one that you can use? Well, those of you who have played X-Men Legends 2 Rise of Apocalypse may remember that Iron Man was in fact a playable guest character in that game, and this armor on display here was the very same armor that Tony wore in that game. Given that it was Raven Software who made both games, I thought this was an extremely clever reference to their previous installment in the world of Marvel games, making an appearance in what is arguably their best. And with that, the episode comes to a close. 5 Secrets of Marvel in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Thank you all for watching this episode, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves and learned something new. If that was the case, please leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments, share this video with your friends, and subscribe if you would like to see more. Peace out, Marvelites.